What's up, guys? Happy Thanksgiving. I've got some updates for you regarding the shooting of those two National Guard yesterday in D.C. And it's important that I get this update to you before the turkey comes out. That way you can, argue with your fucking stupid, toothless uncle who's going to tell you, oh, this guy was brought over here by Joe Biden. Okay, so here's the updates for you. One, this man worked with the CIA. We have the suspect. His name, I'm going to fucking butcher it. I'm absolutely going to butcher it for you, but here we go. So his name is... where the fuck is his name? Lakenwall. Ramanula Lakenwall. 29 years old, came from Afghanistan after working with the CIA, and this isn't my opinion. The CIA itself confirmed this. Suspect in D.C. National Guard shooting has ties to the CIA. False flag. It's a false flag. This was orchestrated by the Trump regime. They selected these two National Guardsmen as fucking sacrifices before Thanksgiving to rile up the base. And the reason why I fucking know that is because we got people like Laura Loomer on Twitter who are actually demanding that we have a king now. They're like, no, this is so fucked up. I'm tired of like Congress and Senate. I want a fucking king. And I'm being so dead ass about this. Hopefully I could find this for you. She posts so much on Twitter that it's actually insane. How about this? Laura Loomer, I want a king. Yep. There it is. Laura Loomer. She goes, I want a king. That's it. I want a king. And just look at some of the replies, okay? There's me going, shut your plastic cock holster, you dirty bitch. Love that. You've got 10 years ago, I would have said you're crazy, but now I honestly have to agree. Our government is corrupt, and a king needs to bring order. I got so much hate here on X for saying that we need to throw away the Constitution and let Trump start from scratch. I'm glad to finally see that mainstream popular figures are finally beginning to agree with me. Democracy didn't work. The only path forward is Donald Trump. Exactly. We need a king or a dictator. Congress and Senate are useless. I wouldn't mind having Trump for the next 16 years. Yes, for a time, a benevolent king with unfettered power. I mean, it's fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. I need you to understand. I don't know who these people are. Probably bots. Like, most of them are probably bots from fucking India and Nigeria. But I need you to understand. If you want a king, you're not a fucking American. Shut your stupid fucking mouth, your inferior fucking mouth, never speak again, take down your American flag, take off your fucking patriot hat, and go move to fucking England. Go get yourself a fucking king over there. This is America, you son of a bitch. How the fuck have you turned me, the dirtbag leftist, into the pro-America voice? You fucking cocksucker. How are you I want a king or a dictator. Fuck you. Fuck you. This is why I say all the time, you're not up against Republicans. That's not republicanism. You're up against fascists. These are fascists. The fascists want a dictator. They want to just literally, they believe that Donald Trump is sent by God and that he alone can bring about the great coming of Christ and establish an American Christian paradise. They're fucking brain dead. They have brain worms eating away at their Abdullah oblongata. They're fucking, just like RFK, they all got fucking brain worms, dude. This shit has me fucking pissed. Okay, so anyway, this guy, 29 years old, the shooter, worked for the CIA while the American military was in Afghanistan. Who knows, maybe he was a translator, but I don't think you work for the CIA if you're a translator. So the guy clearly had some fucking ties. And here's the thing, I bet you he's a little bit disgruntled with the fact that half his fucking family probably got killed by the Taliban. Killed by the fucking Taliban. We lost at Afghanistan. We withdrew. It was fucking terrible, okay? The withdrawal was fucking terrible, all right? It was Donald Trump's plan for the withdrawal that Joe Biden ended up following through with. Both of those people are fucking idiots for that, and they need to be blamed. But a lot of these Afghan nationals were brought over, and the rest of their family had to stay. And the Taliban became the new government, and they just executed these people's fucking families, all right? Now, this guy, he comes over to the United States in 2021 under Operation... what is it called? Operation Allies Welcome, where we were trying to save the lives of these people who worked with us because, guys, we invaded their nation, and then some people thought it's inevitable that the Americans are going to win. So they, betrayed their own people and worked with us, and then we fucking lost and we left. So now the Taliban has a list of traitors, right? And they started hunting these people down. So we started to welcome these allies, these people who worked with us into the United States, and this guy was one of them. He gets here in 2021. However, his asylum claim is not confirmed until 2025. So both Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Joe Biden, the guy comes over during his presidency, and then Donald Trump, during his regime, he approves the asylum of this guy, which again, we're losing the forest for the fucking trees just because this stupid son of a bitch decided to commit some fucking act of terror. Now, here's the thing. I believe this is a false flag operation coordinated by the CIA, but it doesn't mean you can blame all these fucking Afghan nationals. You can't just blame like 10,000 fucking people for the act of one man, right? It's basic common sense. It's common sense. It's common sense. Which doesn't exist for the Republican Party, which is fucking remarkable. Doesn't matter. So Trump immediately, he deploys 500 additional National Guard into Washington, D.C., which is, again, illegal. And now you got people like Laura Loomer who are demanding a king. You got the people on Fox News who are blaming the left. It's so perfectly orchestrated. It feeds so perfectly into their fucking hand that I refuse to believe it's anything other than orchestrated. So Trump put out a 5-minute response on Truth Social here. Let's give it a watch.
My great fellow Americans, earlier today on the eve of the Thanksgiving holiday, 2 members of the National Guard serving in Washington, D.C. were shot at point-blank range in a monstrous ambush-style attack just steps away from the White House.
Not steps, 3
blocks. They'd been deputized as part of the most successful public safety and national security mission in the history of our nation's capital, the D.C. Safe and Beautiful Task Force, which has achieved an unprecedented...
Is it actually called the Safe and Beautiful Task Force? That's the stupidest fucking name I've ever heard.
...reduction in violent crime and crimes of all type. This heinous assault was an act of evil, an act of hatred, and an act of terror. It was a crime against our entire nation.
I don't know if this is considered an act of terror, because you got to understand, the definition of terrorism is to commit an act of violence with the sole intent of changing the political sphere, right? I'm sure this is a murder, but I really do think the only reason they're calling this guy a terrorist is because he's from fucking Afghanistan. I guarantee you, if this guy was a white Christian, they would never have called this a terror attack.
It was a crime against humanity. The hearts of all Americans tonight are with those 2 members of the West Virginia National Guard and their families. The love of our entire country is pouring out for them, and we are lifting them up in our prayers. As we are filled with anguish and grief for those who were shot, we're also filled with righteous anger and ferocious resolve.
Always about fucking revenge with Donnie Boy. Even on Thanksgiving, he's got to make it about fucking revenge.
President of the United States, I am determined to ensure that the animal who perpetrated this atrocity pays the steepest possible price. I can report tonight that based on the best available information, the Department of Homeland Security is confident that the suspect in custody is a foreigner who entered our country from Afghanistan, a hellhole on earth. He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2020.
Yo, watch. Trump is going to be like, we're reinvading Bagram Air Base in honor of our 2 National Guardsmen. Not in this speech, but in like a fucking day or 2.
On those infamous flights that everybody was talking about. Nobody knew who was coming in. Nobody knew anything about it. His status was extended under legislation signed by President Biden, a disastrous president, the worst in the history of our country. You fucking gave this guy
asylum. Bro, Donald, you are the one who gave this guy asylum in 2025. Like, that's already been confirmed. I know that Joe Biden, like, this guy was part of, like, the, 10,000 Afghanis who came over, but, brother, like, you gave this guy asylum. What, you can't be, Jesus Christ, his followers are never going to give a shit.
This attack underscores the single greatest national security threat facing our nation. The last administration let in 20 million unknown and unvetted foreigners from all over the world, from places that...
Yo, what did I fucking tell you yesterday? I said this event is going to be weaponized fucking immediately. I don't tell you this shit because I'm a savant or because I'm a prophet. I tell you this shit because I know fascists like the back of my fucking hand, bro. Like the back of my fucking hand. This shit's so predictable.
You don't want to even know about. No country can tolerate such a risk to our very survival. An example is Minnesota, where hundreds of thousands of Somalians are ripping off our country and ripping apart that once great state. Billions of dollars are lost, and gangs of Somalians come from a country that doesn't even have a government, no laws, no water.
Doesn't even have a
no
government.
military,
Because
no
of
nothing.
you, the Taliban is the official government. Because of your dog shit withdrawal under your presidency, or sorry, Joe Biden's presidency, but your dog shit withdrawal plan, you gave him the plan because you thought you were going to be the president after 2020. This is your fucking plan, bro. All of this is your fault.
As their representatives in our country preach to us about our Constitution and how our country is no good. We're not going to put up with these kind of assaults on law and order by people who shouldn't even be in our country. We must now re-examine every single alien who has entered our country from Afghanistan under Biden.
Oh, great. So now every single fucking national coming from Afghanistan, every single foreigner is going to be fucking blamed for this shit. And you're all going to get fucked. Dude, this is so stupid. It's one dude and you orchestrated this shit. He worked for the CIA.
And we must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who does not belong here or add benefit to our country. If they can't love our country, we don't want them. America will never bend and never yield in the face of terror. And at the same time, we will not be deterred from the mission these service members were so nobly fulfilling.
Bro, they were picking up trash off the street. That's not even a joke. That's what the National Guard has been doing in D.C. You have them picking up trash because they're not supposed to be there. They're not supposed to fucking be there. Oh my God.
That is why tonight I can announce that I have directed the Department of War to mobilize an additional 500 troops to help protect our capital city. We will make America totally safe again.
Illegal.
And we will bring the perpetrator of this barbaric attack to swift and certain justice if the bullets going in the opposite direction haven't already done that. During this time of the year, when we gather at home with loved ones, these
you can always tell when he goes off script because he sounds like a fucking dipshit. If the bullets go in the opposite direction, haven't already done their job. He's talking about the fucking, because the guy got shot too. But you stupid bastard, you don't want the suspect to die because you want to charge him. You want to throw him in prison. You want to make an example out of him. Oh my God.
Patriots were wearing the uniform of our country, patrolling the streets of our capital. They had taken a selfless oath to defend our nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And that is exactly what they were doing when they were gunned down in a savage attack. I want to express my extraordinary gratitude to every member of the United States military who is deployed tonight at home and abroad. I also want to thank the Secret Service and the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department for their work today. This Thanksgiving, I ask every family to say a prayer for the two great heroes who were so horribly shot, and for their loved ones. Please say a prayer. May God bless them and comfort them, and may God bless and protect the United States of America. Thank you, and good night.
Oh, he shouldn't have said that. You know what's gonna happen now all across the fucking nation is some crazy uncle's gonna be like, I wanna do a little prayer for the two National Guardsmen who were shot by that radical Muslim jihadist, leftist Islamic commie. Like, brother, guaranteed. There's about to be fucking forks thrown across the fucking nation tonight because you're telling them to do it. Anyway, yeah, so there's your fucking update. Happy Thanksgiving. It didn't take them long to weaponize this. I told you they would. I said it was a false flag. The guy works for the CIA. Immediately they're blaming the left. Laura Loomer wants a king. Donald Trump is sending more National Guard. It's perfect. You never waste a good crisis. I'm Chris Valenti. This is the Valenti VOD. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your fucking meal. I'm going to head over to my uncle's and have some turkey. And I love you. Do me a favor. Click that video over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers.